There's a silence that lives between words, a small, fragile space where thought hesitates and meaning disappears. We've all been there, standing in the middle of a conversation, your mind racing, your heart whispering, "Come on, say it!" But nothing comes out, just air, just a pause that feels like a lifetime. And in that moment, something strange happens. You don't just forget a word. You forget who you are for a second. You doubt your confidence, your progress, your ability to belong in this language you're trying so hard to call your own. You look for the word everywhere, in memory, in sound, in the corners of your tongue, but it hides. It escapes. And the silence grows heavier. That silence, it used to terrify me. I thought it meant I wasn't good enough, that I didn't belong in English. But I learned something. Sometimes forgetting a word is the most human thing you can do. Because in that pause, in that imperfection, you're not failing, you're feeling. You're standing right in the middle of learning, alive, uncertain, and beautifully unfinished. So today, let's talk about that moment, the day you forgot the right word, and how that silence might be the most meaningful sound in your journey. You found the place.
I did. Smells like old stories in here.
That's what a library is. Stories waiting for company. Sit. You look troubled.
I forgot a word again.
Which one?
Lid. At the cafe. I said, "Can I have the plastic thing for not spilling?" Everyone looked at me like I was buffering.
But you still communicated.
Barely. I walked out embarrassed. It's just one small word, but it ruined my day.
You didn't fail, Marcus. You built a bridge. It wasn't elegant, but it worked.
It felt like falling.
Falling is still movement. You didn't stop. That's the difference between speaking and giving up.
I wish I could stop freezing. My brain just empties.
Then start with the simplest thing. Breathe. The brain can't find words if it's busy panicking.
Easy for you to say. Mate. So, you just accepted it?
I forget words too. All the time. I once blanked on umbrella in the middle of a sentence. I said rain protector. People laughed. I laughed too. And then they understood.
Still, I keep thinking, I'm stupid.
I welcomed it. Mistakes are proof you're speaking. Silence is the only real failure.
I'm learning. I'm allowed to search.
Then your body believes it. Try a different thought. I'm learning. I'm allowed to search.
I'm learning. I'm allowed to search.
Again.
I'm learning. I'm allowed to search.
Good. That's fluency too, being kind to yourself.
I like that. But what if the word just doesn't come?
Build a bridge. Describe it. Ask. Replace it. The small hat for the cup.
That's actually cute.
And it works. Language is less about precision and more about connection.
You make it sound poetic.
Language is poetry when you stop chasing perfection. Even the pauses matter. They show you care enough to search.
Let's test that. What's the word for the flat thing with keys you use to type?
Keyboard.
I left my keyboard at home. That wasn't so bad.
Because you built the meaning before the word arrived. That's real communication.
Sometimes I think I'll never sound natural.
Natural doesn't mean native. It means present. Speak like yourself, not like a recording.
That's hard when you want to be understood.
It is. But people don't remember perfect grammar. They remember sincerity. When you speak with feeling, English listens.
So forgetting isn't the problem, it's running away from it.
Exactly. Stay in the room. Keep your eyes up. Use time-buying phrases. Give me a second, or how do you say? They tell your listener you're still here.
How do you say, feels safe?
It's honest. And honesty keeps conversation alive.
You know what's strange? I can remember huge grammar rules, but not the word for lid.
That's because grammar lives in books. Words live in moments. You only keep what you feel.
That's beautiful, Olivia.
Then keep it. Every time you forget a word, you're not failing. You're expanding the space where learning happens.
So, next time I'll breathe. Build a bridge. Stay in the room.
Yes. And if silence comes, let it. Sometimes silence says more than words ever could. You know, we often believe that language is built out of words, but it isn't. It's built out of courage. When we forget a word, something small inside us trembles. We start to think, I'm not ready. I don't belong. But what if forgetting isn't a failure? What if it's a moment of truth? Because every pause, every blank space, and how do you say, they're not cracks in your English. They are the places where your real self breathes. It's there between what you meant to say and what you managed to say that learning becomes alive. When I first moved abroad, I used to hide my silences. I feared that losing a word meant losing respect. But I learned that silence is part of the conversation, that the person who waits with you inside that pause is already speaking the language of empathy. Forgetting isn't emptiness. It's the space where memory reorganizes, where your mind rewires itself to grow. And when you stop punishing yourself for that pause, it changes everything. You begin to listen, not only to others, but to your own rhythm. So, the next time your mouth opens and the word disappears, breathe. Don't rush to fill the space, because that moment, that fragile silence, is proof that you are standing in the middle of transformation. Language is not a test you pass. It's a bridge you keep building. And sometimes the bricks are made of silence. How does it feel sitting there?
Like I'm about to forget every English word I've ever learned.
That's a good sign. It means your body knows this matters.
I keep thinking, what if I freeze? What if the word disappears again?
Then you do what we practiced. You breathe, you build a bridge, and you stay in the room. Remember?
I'll stay in the room. Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about,
Breathe.
about the fear of speaking, about forgetting, about silence.
You see, you didn't forget, you found.
Last week I forgot the simplest word, but that moment taught me something. I realized English isn't about knowing every word. It's about staying brave when they vanish. It's about building bridges when memory breaks. So if you're listening to this and your mind ever goes blank, don't panic. Say what you can. Describe. Because the moment you stop speaking is the only real mistake.
You see, you didn't forget. You found.
I was shaking the whole time.
Good. That means you cared. Courage always trembles a little.
I didn't sound perfect, did I?
No one ever does. But you sounded real. And that's what people remember.
I think I finally get it. The goal isn't to speak like someone else. It's to sound like myself, even in another language.
Exactly. That's when English stops being a subject and starts being a voice. So, Marcus, what word did you forget today?
None. Just the fear.
Then that's progress. Sometimes the most fluent thing you can do is pause. We spend years chasing words, the perfect sentence, the flawless accent, believing that's where connection lives. But it isn't. Connection lives in presence, in the way you stay, even when your words disappear. When Marcus spoke today, he didn't sound perfect, he sounded real. And that's what people remember. Because when language breaks, truth speaks. If you've ever stood in silence, searching for a word that wouldn't come, remember this. That silence means you're learning. You're expanding into new space. You're alive in the middle of transformation. So next time it happens, breathe. Smile. Stay in the room. Because language doesn't live in books or in grammar. It lives between us. And if this story felt like yours, stay with us. Subscribe, share your moment in the comments, and keep learning together. Another lesson is already waiting for you, right here on the screen.